tell you before. Okay, hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yasa. I'm a violinist. So you know my story by now, right? Well, for the one who doesn't know, I'm from St. Petersburg, Russia, but I live in United States, Florida. And in this pandemic time, I'm sharing with you my story of immigration, of becoming a musician, of finding a new home for myself. And I really felt like we need to be more tolerant towards each other since I'm experiencing adjusting to new cultures. I want to introduce it to my friends who experience the same process and the same challenges and joys probably. Today I'm talking to my friend Nicholas, who is a wonderful singer. Hi, Nicholas.
Hi.
He is from Colombia, but we're here in Florida and we're talking here on Zoom because it's pandemic, of course. Nicholas, continue our conversation. Was it providence? Was it dream coming true moving here? Or were there times when you wished you never ever got this opportunity?
Well, the thing is that being here in South Florida, for someone like me and for us, like this is like the best of both worlds. We have pretty much as very quick access to anything from Latin America. But at the same time, we have some of the benefits of being in the United States. So there are certain things that sadly is the reality, like things like security back home are not as great. So you are usually looking over your shoulder and that kind of thing. That here are not really a problem, or at least I haven't experienced like that bad. The kind of things that you would hear or experience down there. So on that sense, this is a much more tranquil, more, more relaxed in the sense that you're not expecting something terrible that potentially could happen. And at the same time, if I want something from home, with very few, very, very specific exceptions, I can get pretty much everything.
Amazing. Tell me, what can't you get? What are those exceptions?
Those exceptions are usually tropical fruits. So there are certain tropical fruits that are very hard to come by, and when you find them, it's like, yay, I found that. But it's rare and it's expensive. So there's a bunch of, but there's some of those that you can actually, surprisingly, you can find things that you otherwise would think, I wouldn't think that they could find that, and you can.
Well, Nicholas, what fruit are you talking about? Is it jackfruit? Is it lychee? What's that fruit that you're missing?
For instance, there are like fruits that are very typical from Colombia. Like right now I'm thinking about uchuas, for instance, and this is a little like cherry thing that is apparent that it's related to a tomato.
Ooh.
But it doesn't taste like a tomato. It has like a sweet and sour taste. It's orange.
I love it already.
and they come because they come with a little like thing that you can open, and you see the little fruit and you pick it up.
Wow.
Those are things that you cannot, and I think I found a box of those.
Where?
Last year, one of the markets is like I could find it. Like I found them, but it's very rare.
Oh, I know what you mean. I know. I miss some things from Russia too, and it's actually much easier to find something from Latin America. Russia is much farther, of course.
Oh yeah.
But we do have many international stores where I can still find some goodies from home, like tea. I'm addicted to tea. I find very delicious tea from home. Or dairy products like, something similar to cottage cheese. What about dairy products? Do you have much of that in Colombia or not really?
The dairy products are actually like relatively simple. There's one particular type of cheese that you would use is like, and by the way, that It's a very salty cheese. It's a hard cheese, but it's very similar to a kind of cheese that you would find in Central America. So,
is it similar to
you,
feta?
Hmm?
Is it similar to feta cheese? Do you know feta?
No, it's not like feta cheese. It's something different. Yeah, it's no. Yeah, but the trick of this, actually, you can find that this is kind of you would find in the supermarket as queso fresco or something like that. That's something
It's
like
my
it.
my favorite cheese, Nicolas. Queso fresco. I always buy it.
Yeah, and the thing is that the one that is from home is a little bit saltier, but the trick with here is that there's a particular soup that you can make with this cheese in the coast. It's called mote de queso, and it's something of cheese. I wouldn't be able to translate mote, whatever it is. It's it uses that cheese, and it uses what is the name of that? It's I forgot the name right now. It's not
That's
cassava,
okay.
but it's something like that. It's like a tuber, like a very big thing.
Mhm.
And you make that soup with that particular cheese, but you can actually find the cheese here, and you can find that also. You can find the stuff here, so you can actually make the soup here.
Mhm.
Just to give you an idea. But especially like apart from that, the general cheese that people would eat is not that different from what your like regular mozzarella cheese.
Mhm.
So it's not really like that much. The only other difference is that yogurt is very popular back home,
Mm.
but the drinkable kind.
Yes.
So well, here yogurt tends to be a little thicker. It's more like
Yeah.
almost like a dessert.
Yeah.
There you can find it like in bags, like if you were basically buying milk,
Yes.
and then you
Same
would
in
use
Russia.
that for your cereal, for instance.
Same in Russia.
So yeah, that's one of those little different things with dairy. But apart from that, there's not that much. There's not like it's not like Europe where you get like all this gigantic variety of fantastic cheeses. Now,
I know, heaven for me. Nicholas, tell me, how do you make that cheese soup? So apparently you put cheese in it, right? So what else goes there?
just give me a second. I look because I forgot the name of that. I forgot the name of the tuber that you would use. Yam. That's what it is. So it's a yam soup. You can get these yams, and this is like a very big tuber thing. You just cut it and put it like in squares, and you put it on, and then you basically boil that with some salt, some cheese, and then you can make something that we called ogao, which is like tomato and onions, and you put a lot of them, and then you fry them until you get like a paste.
Mm.
And that helps you to give like some flavor to that, and you put a little bit of garlic as well. So this is so that's a fantastic soup.
It is.
That's one from the coast. The other soup that is very famous is what we call ajiaco, which is potato and chicken soup. But we use like 3 different kinds of potatoes.
Wow.
One kind of potato that is a little bit like harder, one that is softer, so that it basically gives texture because it basically unravels in the soup. And then the third one, which is the key, which is we call them criolla potatoes, which are like round, small, yellow potatoes.
Wow.
Those are like something that you would find mostly in Colombia and Ecuador, I think in Venezuela as well. They have a very particular taste. You cannot find really anything here that comes close to it. You can find it and buy it like frozen, but there's no one actually like gets that kind of potato here. And it's a very flavorful potato, and it's fantastic. So that is the other like soup that you would basically have, and that's a typical like dish from Colombia.
Seems like you guys big on soups. Same in Russia. I wonder why. You know, I always thought in Russia we are so big on soups because it's cold. I wouldn't say Colombia is particularly a cold country, right?
That's the other thing is that because of the mountains, that makes a lot of a difference. So if you're in the coast, it's hot as heck. But if you're in a place like my city, like Bogota, it's 2,600 meters above sea level, or like 8,300 feet above sea level. So the average temperature goes about between 50 and 65, perhaps 70 in a hot day. It rarely goes above that. It used to be actually colder, but the thing is that it's humid and it's cold. So in the morning, if it's like in the rainy season, it really gets to your bones. It's really cold. So you would very much love to have a kind of soup or have like some hot coffee with brandy or the typical drink aguardiente to warm yourself up.
Talk to me about alcohol. Is it a big part of culture?
Oh, it's too much. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, people drink like crazy. Most people drink aguardiente, which is a kind of a liquor that is, what is it called? Anise. I forgot how you say that in English. Anise. That's the word. So and so it has that particular flavor. Not my particular favorite, to tell you the truth. I find it too strong for my taste. Ironically, I like vodka better. Yeah. So there's that. We have different kinds of rum. Some like white rum and like more aged rum.
Mm-hmm.
That's what like the typical kind of thing. And there's some. There's a particular drink that some people drinks is that it's based on corn. What's the name of that? I forgot right now. I'm forgetting everything, so forgive me.
No, of course. This is like a live stream, so
Yeah. But that particular beverage was a beverage that the Aborigines used to drink. And the way that actually they used to ferment that drink is a little bit like eye-opening. They literally took the corn, they chew it, and then they spit whatever they chew to help how it ferment, to make it help the process of fermentation. So,
wow.
So as you can tell, it's not the kind of thing that you would like, yes, I want to drink that immediately. No, it's more... But yeah, obviously nowadays it does not done that way, but still that was the way it used to be done.
Sounds like something I would enjoy trying without knowing how it's made.
Probably.
Oh, well, guys, that's all we have time for right now. But if you want to know more, I have more questions for Nicholas, and I'm going to ask him, for example, about desserts. And I'm sure you want to hear his opinion about his country and the problem it faces. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Пока! Bye!